Okay, good morning, grade 9, section Banana. Welcome to our first lesson in this third quarter period. I'm Disol Acronso. I'll be your PE teacher in this particular subject. So now, before we explore into our new lesson, let's first have a game. This game called Open the Box. So you're going to do is to choose a number, the assigning box, and select the correct answer by showing a picture. So, are you ready, class? Okay, you are ready. So now, let's proceed in the game. So, Miss Alex, please choose a number. You choose number 3. So, what is the answer? You choose letter B, which is, that's correct, Pintados Festival. So, Miss Clara, please stand up. Please choose a number. And number 9. So, what is the correct answer? Letter D? Okay, very good. Letter D is the correct answer, Gigantes Festival. So, Mr. Rico, please stand up. Choose a number. Okay, you choose number 6. So, what is the correct answer? Yes, you choose letter B, which is the correct answer is Mascara Festival. So, the last one. Please stand up, Hannah. You choose number 5. So, what is the correct answer? You choose letter D. Very good. You choose letter D, which is the correct answer, Pahiyas Festival. So, now that we are done in our game, what have you observed in the picture? Yes, Alex? Okay, very good. The picture illustrates the different festival dance. So, who among you here has knowledge on performing festival dance? Yes, Miss Clara. So, you have knowledge in performing festival dance. So, can you share your moment or experience in the festival dance? Yes. According to Miss Clara, joining a festival dance shows tradition and culture to preserve our values and beliefs. It rejoices special moments and brings happiness. It adds cultures and structures to the social lives and promote physical fitness. So, that we are done in our game, can you guess what would be our topic for today's lesson? Yes, exactly, about festival dance. But what is specific country? Very good. So our main lesson today is about festival dance in the Philippines. The intended learning outcome in this session. At the end of the session, learners can, boys, please read letter A. Discuss the festival dance in the Philippines precisely. Girl, read the letter B. Recognize the value and importance of basic movement to their fitness. And all boys and girls, please read letter C. Perform the basic dance movement of festival dance creatively. Class, when you think festival dance, what word comes to your mind? Okay, celebration. Yes, culture. Thanksgiving. Yes, very good. It's about rituals. Now, let's proceed in the festival dance. So what is festival dance? Festival dance, a culture dance performed to the strong beats of percussions instrument by a community of people sharing the same culture, usually done in honor of patron saint or a thanksgiving of a bountiful harvest. Festival dance draw peoples of cultures portraying the way of life through movements, costumes, and implements inherent to their place and origins. The festival dance in the Philippines are mostly weighted in the events of year. So, in the festival in the Philippines, we observe that every month that we celebrate different festival dance. As we observe that in Sinulog Festival is celebrated in January, the month of January. So it honored by Senior Santo Niño. So festival dance had been consistent growth producing an activity leading to upliftment to our community economy due to the tourism and entertainment values. So when we celebrate a festival dance, we grow our economy and society, and it also has an entertainment value in our city. So now, why we called festival dance? So festival dances may be religious or secular in nature, but the best thing about festival dance is that they add to the merrymaking and festivals we are there celebrated. The reason why they are called festival dances after all. So, I have a question. Please stand up, Mr. Rico. Does festival dance reflect our cultures and tradition? Yes, exactly. Festival dance reflects our cultures and traditions because festival dance are an expressive way to celebrate glorious heritage, cultures, and tradition that passes on the next generation that part of the Filipino culture. So what I said earlier, there are two types of festival, which is the religious and festival dance in nature. So what is religious festival? So religious festivals are done in honor in a certain religious icon or saint or a particular place. Secular festivals celebrated in a thanksgiving or celebration of a people's industry and bountiful harvest. So now I present to you about the example of festival dance, the two types, which is the religious and secular festival. So the first example is a religious festival. So the first column you observe is the name of festival. The second column will be the place of origin. The third column will be the religious figure honored. And the last column is the month of celebration. So in the first column, you observe the Sinulog Festival, the place of origin, Cebu City, the religious figure honored by Senior Santo Niño, and the month of celebration is January. So the next is Dinagyang Festival, Anti-Antian Festival, Panyaparangka, Gigantes Festival, Longanisa Festival, Kinabayo Festival, Pintados di Pasi, Pataraday, Sanyao Festival. So, in the next part, we tackle the example of secular festival. So, secular festival. So, we can observe this is, the first is Bangos Festival, the place of origin, Dagupan and Pangasinan, and the industry is the milk fish industry, and the month of celebrated is April to May. So, then, the following festival is Bambangti Festival, Mangmungi Festival, Mambo Festival, Panagbenga Festival, Ibon-Ibon Festival, Mascara Tinala, Anumang Festival, Binatbatan Festival. So now that we know the different festival dances in the Philippines, now let's proceed in the basic dance movement. So locomotor movement. So what is locomotor movement? These are the movements that allow you to move from one another in a one point in space to another. It can from toward locus, which means place, and the motor, which means movements. So this include the following movement. Step. The first is step. Step. This is the basis of all locomotor movements. It prefers you to move in any direction you wish to go. It is defined as transfer of weight from the foot to the other. So as you observe in my foot, so the step is like this. 1, 2, or 1, or the other side. 1, 2. So this is the proper procedure of step. Then the next is walk. Walk is a series of steps executed by both of your feet alternatively in any direction. In executing a walk, observe that there's this movement with both feet are in contact with the ground while one foot supporting the weight and transfer to the another. So later, you observe the step and walk the difference. They're different. So the third is run. Run is a series of walks executed quickly in any direction, wherein only one foot stays in the ground while the other is off in the ground. So last is jump. This movement is simply described by having both feet close its contact. Not its contact with the ground. These 5 ways to do it. So class, please stand to perform these 5 ways to do it. So first is please stand up, class. So first is take off from the one foot and land in the same. So one foot is singular and the feet is plural. So one foot, take your one foot and land in the same. Yes, very good. Then take off from the one foot and land to the other. So take off the one foot and land to the other. Again, land to the other side. Very good. Take off from one foot and land in the both feet. So one foot and both feet to land. So take off the one foot and land with the both feet. Okay, very good. Then take off from both feet and land from one foot. So take off from both feet and land in the one foot. Very good. Then the last is take off from the both feet and land on both. Like this. Please perform. Very good. So this is done, class. So this is the sample of the 4 locomotor movements. The first is step. So you observe in the video is the proper execution of step, walk, and run and jump. So do you understand? Okay, very good. Now let's proceed in the next discussion, which is the non-locomotor movement. So what is non-locomotor movements? So non-locomotor movements, these are the movements that are performed in one point space without transferring to another point. They don't allow you to move to the other place and they don't allow you to move from the one place to another. So, did you understand? So, non-locomotor are the opposite way of locomotor movements. So, this is the movement include flexion. Flexion is the act of decreasing the angle of the joint. Another term of flexion is to bend. If you bend a joint like your elbow or knee, if you are performing flexion, so the proper procedure of flexion is like this. This is the flexion. Then extension. This is the opposite of flexion. You are extending if you are increasing the angle of your joint. Stretching is another word of extension. So this is the flexion and extension. I repeat, flexion and extension. So this is the sample picture. So reminder, class, that in this first picture, don't exaggerate your head to extend your head like this because it can cause injury. So this is the flexion, this is the proper flexion, then extension. This is the bend. And then the last is contraction. A muscle movement done with it shortens, narrows, and tightens using sufficient amount of energy in execution. Then release. a muscle movement opposite to the construction done with 8 goes or let losses of being held in the shortened movement. The 5 is the collapse, to deliberately drop the exertion of energy into the body segment. The 6 is recover. The recover is the opposite of collapse. This is the regain of energy exerted into the body segment. So, I have give you a sample picture to analyze what is contraction, release, collapse, and recover. So this is the construction. So when you squat, your muscle will be constructed like this, giving a small amount of tightness. Then this is the collapse. You lose your energy. Then the last is, the 7 is rotation. So rotation, to rotate, is to move a body segment, allowing it to complete a circle with its motion. It's not only limited to circumduction, which is done in ball and socket joint. Rotation is also be done in wrist, waist, knees, and ankle. So example, when you rotate your hand like this, the other hand, your feet, or your body. So, twist. Twist to move a body segment from axis halfway from or front or back or quarter to the right or left in the twisting of your neck, allowing the head of face right or left, and like that. So, like this, the execution of twist, we observed in the description. Twist like this, your head turn to the right, your head turn to the right, and your right head turn to the left. Then pivot, to change the position to the feet of any body part that carries the body weight, allowing the body to face in a less than 360-degree turn. So then the last is start, to move in a turning movement with the base of support usually in pointed foot. The other raised while the equilibrium is maintained until the completion of the turn. So I perform the pivot and turn collaboratively. So like this. So this is the sample. So I'm giving you also a picture analysis, which is this is the proper way of rotation. Abduction, adduction. This is the twist, pivot, and turn. So now, I have a question. Please stand, Miss Hannah. So why locomotor and non-locomotor movement is important in dancing? Yes, Miss Hannah. Okay, very good. Locomotor and non-locomotor movement is important in dancing because this is the movement are the foundation of all motion. The two types categories like non-locomotor and locomotor movements are the great way to access choreography for the dancers of our variety abilities. Now that we are done in non-locomotor and locomotor movement, let's proceed in the elements of movements in space. So what is the elements of movements in space? So now we observe that the limits of movements in space is rhythm, level, range, direction of focus, floor pattern design. So what is our rhythm? So rhythm is regular reassurance of beat. It may be regular or irregular. In this basic music, rhythm is regular and metered. This slow, average, or fast. This element of rhythm is called tempo. So this is talk about the music. The beat of the music may be either fast, slow, or average lang. So level. So level, this refers to the level of movement. So then the next is range. These elements refers to the scope of movement's execution. It is directed by the space provided. Its space in the wide movement shall be wide and big. Then the floor pattern design. This is referred to the design that may be geometric and non-geometric. Next, which is the direction. So direction is the element adds a variety of the movement. They may be performed forward, backward, sideward, or even if the upward. So the last is the focus. The focus is the focal point of dancer's attentions of one moving a certain space. So when you are a dancer, you need to have focus and intention properly in your executing a certain movement. So now I have another question. So please, Miss Rika, stand up. So why does festival dance affect your physical fitness, Miss Rika? Okay, exactly. That is the one of the good types of exercise. A body exercise. With this, festival dance help enhancing our body to be fit and be healthy because it exhibits quick movements. Therefore, dancing and joining a festival dance is a way to promote our physical fitness and promote our emotionally, mentally, and socially well-being. It improves our heart coordination as well as the coordination in general. So now that we are done in our discussion, class, please read our conclusion, which is festivals become one of the factors in the progress of a certain community. It's because when we have a festival event in our city, we are advantaged, and we know that if we encounter a festival dance or we celebrated a festival dance, it is possible that our economy are grow and increase. Celebration of such festivals and strengthen the unity in the community despite of diversity of cultures. These events produce a big crowd of each celebration, resulting in the upliftment of the economy, what I said earlier. This is because of the tourism leading towards the improvement of Filipino quality of life. Now that we are done in our discussion, I give you a short quiz, maybe a short quiz. So here is the activities you need to answer from your PE Module 1. So, are you ready, class? Okay, please. So, this is our short quiz. Let's remember completing a table. Direction, identify the following festival dance according to one nature. So now, please answer our short quiz. So, are you done, class? Okay, pass your paper. Okay, thank you. Please. So now that we are done in our short quiz, I give you some performance tasks. So our performance task will be a dance presentation. So what is the direction of dance presentation? So the class will be divided into 4 groups. This is group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. So each group will choose a specific dance festival and they will perform the basic dance movement through a dance presentation. So the group will be choose either a religious festival or secular festival. Then each group will be asked to add some quiz to their presentation. Then I call one representative for each group to draw lots the presentation. Whoever the first draw will be the first presenter. You will be given 7 minutes to practice and at least 2 minutes in presentation. So this is our dance rubric. So this is the dance rubric: creativity and interpretation, rhythm and tempo, preparedness, enthusiasm, number of participation. game. Are you done? Okay, very good. Please clap your hands, student, for your great performance. Congratulations, student, that you are wonderful in performing dance festival. So now that we are done, I give you some assignment. So create an infographic that promotes festival dance in the Philippines and post it in social media platforms like Facebook with a caption that gives your own explanation of the output. So, that will be all. Thank you for listening and see you again in the next meeting.